What is up? I am Macer, and today we're going to talk about the best popular new releases for the month of March. To qualify for this list, it has to be released for the month of March. It has to have a very positive or better review. It has to have at least 1,000 reviews. Disclaimer though, this list is in no particular order, and with that being said, let's get started. First on the list is 2 Point Museum, released in March 4, 2025. It sits at 94% reviews with 3,599 reviews. It is playable on the Steam Deck. 2 Point Museum is a management game about managing very quirky museums and everything that comes along with it. From staffing your crew with their own idiosyncrasies to managing patrons or two careers for their own good. 2 Point Museum is a very good pickup for people who like managements and sim games. At number 2, we have Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remastered. Released on March 6, 2025, sits at 95% positive rating with 1,140 reviews and it's Steam Deck playable. Suikoden is an old-school turn-based JRPG with a very rich story told from the perspective of over 100 playable characters. You'll live or experience for the first time one of the old-time classics that define modern gaming and storytelling in complete HD. Whether or not you're an old fan or a first-timer, Suikoden is definitely a must-try for any JRPG fan. Next up, we have Split Fiction, released in March 6, 2025. It sits at 98% overwhelmingly positive, with 40,555 reviews and it's Steam Deck playable. Split Fiction is a two-player co-op game from the makers of It Takes Two and A Way Out. Okay, hear me out. Split Fiction plays a lot like It Takes Two and A Way Out. With that being said, if you think you'll know what to expect, I'm here to tell you you'll be pleasantly surprised. Hazel Light Studios somehow outdid themselves with this game. It's an adventure platformer game where you solve puzzles together with your partner and share the same amazing story the game has to offer you. Next at number 4, we have NUBBY'S Number Factory. Released on March 7, 2025, it sits at 97% overwhelmingly positive with 3,857 reviews. It is, however, unsupported by Steam Deck, but it's still playable. For lovers of puzzle games, it might be worth to check out NUBBY'S Number Factory. It is a single-player puzzle strategy game with roguelike elements to give its own twist to Plinko-style games. Don't let the graphics fool you. With a 97% rating and with more than 3,000 reviews, NUBBY'S Number Factory might be the simple time-suck game you've been looking for. At number 5, we have That's Not My Neighbor. Released on March 11, 2025, it sits at 84% very positive with 1,297 reviews. It is Steam Deck playable. It's 1955. Somehow everybody has a doppelganger. You're a doorman of an apartment complex and your job is simple. Tell whether the person coming in is a doppelganger or not. The entire premise is simple. You need to observe all of their quirky traits and remarks to determine who is not your neighbor. If you like point-and-click casual games, That's Not My Neighbor might be the good choice to waste dozens of hours on. Next on the list, we have Bloodstrike. Released on March 13, 2025, sits at 80% very positive with 1,297 reviewers. Unsupported by Steam Deck though, but it is playable. If you still aren't done with BR and shooter games, check out Bloodstrike. You play as a striker and you fight with and against squads. All strikers have their own abilities and passive to shake up the gunplay. If you like BR games and the start of the mainstream options, give Bloodstrike a go. And with it being a free-to-play game, there's very little reason not to. Up at number 7, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows. Released on March 20, 2025, it sits at 81% very positive with 14,428 reviews. It is Steam Deck verified. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. We all know this game is surrounded by endless controversies, with all the alleged historical inaccuracies to people hating on it because they just hate Ubisoft. The buzz on this game has never been quiet. But to the surprise of everybody, the people are at the very least okay with Assassin's Creed Shadows. So if you aren't completely sold on hating Ubisoft, or heck, even just someone who's looking to play games with a very positive review, give AC Shadows a try. Up at number 8, we have Schedule 1. Released on March 25, 2025 in early access, it sits at 98% overwhelmingly positive with 54,111 reviews. It is, however, unsupported by Steam Deck, but is still playable out of the box. Ever wondered what it's like to become a drug dealer? Schedule 1 has you covered. This game is a sim game about becoming exactly just that. From producing your own product to fighting and avoiding cops, this game has it all. Just so you know, I am legally obligated to tell you not to do or distribute drugs in your neighborhood, because you know it's bad. Up next at number 9, we have Spilled. Released on March 26, 2025, it sits at 95% overwhelmingly positive with 1,365 reviews. It is, however, unsupported by Steam Deck but can run with some tweaks. Demo is available. Become the ocean saver you dream to be. Spilled is a cozy, relaxing game where your job is to clean up the ocean, collect coins, upgrade your boat, and explore new areas to clean. It's one of those games that is short, sweet, and very much relaxing. So kick back, relax, and start cleaning up with Spill. Up at number 10, we have NN Dream BBQ or Barbecue. Released on March 27, 2025, it sits at 98% overwhelmingly positive with 12,147 reviews. It is, however, unsupported by Steam Deck but can run with some tweaks. Okay, Energy Barbecue is a weird one because on the face of it, it's a single-player adventure game. You follow Enna in a surreal artistic world where honestly, you won't know what's going on. Some describe it as an acid trip simulator where nothing makes sense but still makes the entire game engaging in its own weird way. If you're looking for a unique experience about modern art and all of its absurd perspectives, try Enna Dream Barbecue out. You might like it. Up next, we have Karma the Dark World. Released on March 27, 2025, it sits at a 92% very positive with 1,271 reviews. It is not supported by Steam Deck but can still run it. Karma the Dark World is a first-person interactive walking simulator set in an alternate timeline where a major corporation rules East Germany with an iron fist. You play as a Nightcrawler, an agent of said corporation, and your job is to investigate and surveil people that are accused of the corporation. Use advanced technology to dive into the minds of your targets and slowly unravel the truth. If you like story-driven games that is almost movie-like with amazing soundtrack, give Karma the Dark World a try. Up at number 12, we have AI Limit. Released on March 27, 2025, it sits at 89% very positive with 4,927 reviews. Steam Deck is non-supported but can run with some tweaks. AI Limit is a Souls-like ARPG set in a distant future where humanity is on the verge of extinction. Okay, it's a Souls-like, what more can I say? If you don't like Souls-like or at least over it by now, AI Limit won't convince you to reconsider. Not that Souls-likes are not awesome, because if you do like Souls-like, you definitely should check this out. The combats are so good you can make your own action sequences worthy of anime fights. Up at number 13, we have the first Berserker Kazan. Released on March 27, 2025, it sits at 91% very positive, with 6,205 reviews. It is Steam Deck verified. Speaking of Souls-like, if there was a Souls-like from the last month that you had to try the first Berserker Kazan. You take control of Kazan, an angsty fallen general who looks more like an anime character as Bando than an undead general seeking revenge. But I guess what else can you expect from the publishers of the first Descendant? Other than that, this game is action-packed and a worthy addition for those wanting more Souls-like games. And finally, the last but certainly not the least, at number 14, it's Enjoy. Released on March 28, 2025 in early access, it sits at 83% very positive. With 13,555 reviews, it is however unsupported by Steam Deck but can run after some tweaks. The Sims franchise have been reigning the life sim genre for decades now, and finally we have a worthy contender. I present to you Enjoy. Enjoy is a sim game where every Sims player will feel very much familiar with. You take control of your Zoids, and you go about your day like any sim game. The customizing options is very extensive and it's still in its very early access. Expect many updates that could improve upon an already good game. And there you have it, the best popular new releases of March 2025. Which games on the list have you tried? Which games piqued your interest? Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, liking it really helps. If you want more, consider subscribing. With that, I'll see you on the next video.